most interesting relationships of our times? Well, I call it the love-hate relationship. So I look at India and USA as a relationship of love and hate. And very, very interesting because our relationships have changed with the course of time. With the winds, as the winds have been blowing, so has the relationship between India and USA moved along with it. Very quickly, what do you think of when you think of USA? What is that? What is the first thing that comes to your mind? Superpower, all right, yes. What else? Give me some more keywords online. What comes to your mind when you hear about USA? All right, somebody says lots of Indians, okay, okay. कोई किसी के एक मामा चाचा जरूर होते हैं जो जिनका एग्जाम्पल दिया जाता है पूरी फैमिली में कि देखो वो अमेरिका में है. All right, in some time in your life cycle. Geopolitics, all right. Complex relationships, all right. And what else? What about technology? Difficult? Difficult to trust. Okay, all right, all right. America first, it's always America. Opportunistic, good way to put it. Most developed country of the world, yes. American dream, yes, the American dream, all right. And what else? Okay, all right, all right. Federal nation, yes. Yes, of course, the visa issue that we often have with them. Then what about McDonald's? Nobody thinks of McDonald's. Donald Duck. Why Donald Duck? Acha, all right. Okay, somebody has written Donald Duck. Bretton Woods system, yes. Wall Street, all right. Aspirational nation, right? A nation with a history of success stories, right? A nation that has yielded technological empowerment to next level. A country with manufacturing sector growing at a vast pace, infrastructure to next level. Now, how do we start with our relations when we talk about USA? It does not start on a very, very good note. Of course, if you go back and trace pre-independence period, then there have been certain instances where people from India have moved to USA. You must have heard about the great Chicago speech that was given by Swami Vivekananda, which is much talked about. Or King Martin Luther Jr. being inspired by the ideas of Mahatma Gandhi and starting up with an entire civil rights movement in USA. So of course, there has been a shift in inspirations from here and there time and again. But if we go very specific and we start discussing it from Indian independence and onwards, that's where you'll understand that we don't really start up with best of friends. And the reason is pretty simple. There are a lot of things going on in the background. This is the time when you see the end of the Second World War also. So India gains independence in the year 1947. And when do you see World War II ending? So this is also the time when there comes the great power rivalry between USA and USSR. This is exactly that period, isn't it, everyone? And conventionally, India decides, you have read it in your foreign policy, we decide to go by. I'll give you quick pointers. Pehle ek baar kahani sun lo. And we very quickly, when we decide that we'll be going with NAM, this primarily means we'll not be aligning with any of the superpowers. So we'll not either be aligning with USA nor with USSR. However, the slight inclination that we show is towards USSR. So in this background also, India comes about to seeing USSR as a more natural partner than USA. The reasons were multifold. One was USA was supporting Pakistan on and wide, right? And we, of course, were fighting certain battles with Pakistan. So even though we were following the policy of NAM, we needed somebody to kind of support us, to help us in times of crisis, in times of war. And that's where we decide to sign a friendship treaty with USSR. So what I'm trying to tell you here is, in this delicate balance, US was completely supporting Pakistan. India was a part of non-aligned movement. Therefore, we had no clear bloc politics to be involved in. However, the kind of partnership we shared with USSR made us more closer to USSR than USA. So, of course, we start on a note which is not very friendly, which is not very loving, and we kind of are on the opposing camps. Why is USA so interested in Pakistan? For them, the story is pretty simple. They would want Asia to be under their periphery. Remember, it was all about extending your power whether it is through NATO or whether it is through USSR. Remember, Cold War was all about extending your influence, yes or no, communism and capitalism. So in this backdrop, why was USA interested in Pakistan? Because Pakistan was providing it the influence that it wanted in Asia. India was definitely not the country they could have looked at, for the very reason that they knew that India is having more friendlier relations with USSR. So can I say in the beginning of our relations with USA, we did not really start on a very friendly note. So